Hi, everybody, and thank you to all my new subscribers. I don't, and if you could leave some comments too. I was wondering what you thought when it came to this upcoming December 23rd, December 24th, etc. It, how can I put this? Makes me wonder if there's any truth to what the Bible has said. But I'm not gonna. But what I will say is this: I think we've had these days before, and I'm a Bible believing Christian. But I will tell you this: they do not. The Bible says, "Do not set dates." You don't, but look at seasons or of sorts. Look at seasons of what is to come, and look at the balance of power in whatever country you are in. Even though us here in the United States or wherever you are viewing this video from, we have to follow the laws of our country. Even though we may not like our country, we still have to follow the laws. That's what God has said. At least that's what I think He said, but that's here and there. Anyway, it just really makes me wonder if people have no idea what the heck is going on. And number two, please subscribe, please like the video, please share the video. It would really help me out in the algorithm. It just really amazes me how some people think that I'm some idiotic person that tries to have these digital doodles on YouTube and give me a nice chuckle while moving on. Now, certain people, like RFK, prime example, he had this push for shots to be choice or non-existent, and I'll be very kind but blunt. I'm not going to tell you what to do with your own body. But I will tell you right now, if you had the opportunity, I said the opportunity to beat a very horrible disease by just taking they call it jab, they call it what you want. The terminology is no different. But I will say this: if you decide to take one of those, please understand you are taking a risk. Just like with anything else, there is a risk. But I've heard some of the more Looney Tune ways of how things are with that particular part, and you know which one I'm talking about. And it literally, in my mind, when I first had, and trust me, it took a while for me to get infected, but when I did get infected, I had to have monoclonal to get over it. And I will say this: there is something to natural protection to a certain degree. And what I mean by protection to a certain degree is if you're Rh negative or Rh positive, more on the positive side, you have a better chance of being infected. But there's something to the Rh negative aspect that I wanted to kind of touch on. For some reason, there's only 15% of the world population 15% scattered throughout the world that 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 deal with this sort of thing, that have somewhat of a protective effect over, you know, and those who. It's a horrible ride, I'll grant you that, but I pulled through. And what I'm getting at is, if you guys understand that no matter how hard a person who has, I'm no epidemiologist, I'm nothing like that, but what I will say is this: from a personal level, it just hurts. That particular bug hurt. And it did something to me that now, since 2021, 2022, I have not been in the hospital, so to speak, for an inpatient stay for psychiatric reasons. But I will say this, it literally made me wonder, has something changed within me? Have I become a different person? I don't know. But if you would like to like the video, comment, and please subscribe, it would really help me out. Thank you.